Good morning, everyone. This is Mrs. Padmasri from SNS College of Engineering, and today I'm going to explain the concept of testing machine learning algorithm from the subject machine learning. So, in machine learning, model testing is referred as the process where the performance of a fully trained model is evaluated during the testing set. So, in machine learning algorithm, we are going to separate the testing into two types. One is the training and other one is the testing. So, training has to come before the testing. We will be training the algorithm, machine learning algorithm first by giving the by number of algorithms. So, say for example, we have a random forest algorithm, linear regression algorithm, multiple regression algorithm, etc. So, training the machine learning algorithm is the first step. Next, we are going after the training is done, we are going to test whether the particular model is working appropriately or not. For that, a certain steps has to be carried out. So, model evaluation in machine learning testing. First test we are considering as unit test. So from the name unit test, so the program is broken down into number of units, and each and every unit is testing separately in order to find whether the model is working correct appropriately or not. So program is broken down into blocks and each unit is tested separately to check the correctness of the individual component. So overall, by checking all the units, then we are going to collect together to measure the entire performance of a machine. So the next type of testing is regression testing. As we all know that regression is a process of predicting the continuous values. So it covers the already tested software to see if it doesn't suddenly break. So to check whether your model breaks and test for previously encountered bugs. So regression will always be predicting the continuous value, that also we will predict from the past data set. So we have to ensure that the past data set has to be tested appropriately. This regression test, it has to undergo the regression test check. The model has to break, your model breaks and tests for previous bugs. So after that only we can give the data set your data set to the machine. Next is the integration test. From the name, as a name suggests, integration, something you need to integrate. So this type of testing, it observes multiple, how the multiple components of a program integrate and work together. See, the program has been split into number of modules, and each module is tested separately, and each module we are going to check whether the bugs are corrected, the bugs are cleared before we fed into the system. So in this in this integration test, we have multiple components. So the multiple components of a program has to work together, and we need to check whether is there any error occur in any of the component. So check whether different components work with each other within your machine learning. This is the integration test. So this is a small the block diagram for training and testing. So input, I am giving the algorithm to my machine. As I already said, the machine will train the algorithm. Say for different algorithms out there, according to your model, ML model, we will be selecting the algorithm. For example, it can be a k-means clustering, KNN algorithm, can be a regression algorithm, can be supervised, unsupervised. So that algorithm has been trained, and it will provide you the output as the logic, some logics. Okay, that we are going to test whether the logic applied to the algorithm is working correct or properly appropriately. So the output from the testing, we will be getting the approximation value as an output. So the testing and training are the very important steps that has been carried out in the machine learning in building the machine learning model. So for example, here in the picture you could see the data set. The data set we are going to split into the training set, testing set and validation. So we know that by choosing the appropriate algorithm, the machine will train. Then after that the output, it is going to test whether the output is appropriate or not by giving some test values or the new values. You can give the new values and check the machine whether it is working appropriately or not. Validation, it is going to validate the yes or no. That is, if there is any error encountered, then it may be invalid. If there is no error and the all the modules are working appropriately, then this validation test will be correct. I mean, we will pass the validation test. So after that, the training set output we are going to give test, both the test plus training we are going to give as an input to developing a model, and evaluation, model evaluation, we are getting input from the validation set. So see, there is a difference you can see here is model development and evaluation. So testing plus training, the output we are taking to develop a model. So model has been already developed. That is the output of the testing and training set. The model has already developed. So only in the validation check, that is only you are going at the end, you are going to check whether the model is evaluated properly. Evaluated properly by giving some random inputs, by giving the random inputs, by giving some, by asking some questions to the model, or whether it is whether the machine ML model is giving you the correct result or not. So this is somewhat the picture representation of testing.